gum? Oh, it is. I should try one. Sale time, sale time. Yeah, he's here. Where's John Lundgren? No? Yeah. Let's put that big one in the corner there by you, Caden. Selling the big one. No, he just started wearing them. Yeah. All right, here we go. Selling this one in the corner here. A little bit. It looks like a Jersey heifer here. By the head. By the head here. 300. 200. $200. 200. Now 200. 200. And 200. 200. 150 here. 200, 200, 225, 275, going to be 300, now 300, 275, 300 here, going to be 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, going to be 3 and a half, going to be 3 and a half, going to be 3 and a quarter, going to be 3 and a half, going to be 3 and a quarter, here, going to be 3 and a half, here, going to be 3 and a quarter and a half, 3 and a quarter, going to be 3 and a half, going to be 3 and a quarter, here, going to be 3 and a half, going to be all in, all done, all in, all done. Sold at 3 and a quarter your way, 14 on 1, 14 on 1, thank you. We're going to cut the sick one there. Cut the sick one here. $100 here. $100. $100. 50 here. $25. $25. 25. Now 30. 25. 30. We're cutting the sick one there. Cutting that sick one. Sell choice otherwise. You want 100 for one. 100 for choice. 125. 125, 100 here, 125, 125, 125, 125, 100 here, 125, 100 here, gonna be 125, 125, 125, gonna be all in, all done. Sold it to you, $100 your way. Takes the white-headed one, please. And here, sell your choice here. 50 here. $50 here. $25. 25. 25. 50. 75. 100. 100. 100. Sold it to you. 75 right there. Takes 982. 982 out the door. 25, 25, $50, 25, 50, 25, sell choice here, 25, 25, 50, all in, all done. Sold it to you 25,000. What do you mean no? You put your hand in the air. $25, pick one out. This one right here. Here you go. Selling choice on the last two here. $10 here. 10, 10, 10. Now 10 here. 10, 10, 10. You got it. Now 20 here. 10 gonna be 20. Now 20 here. 10 gonna be 20 here. $10 gonna be 20. 10 now 20. Now 20. 10, 20. I got Nathan at 10. I need 20 here. $20. 10 gonna be 20. 20. Got you at 10. Now 20 where? 10 gonna be 20. 20, 20. All in, all done. $10 your way. Takes them both. Thank you very much. Buyer number Nathan is going to be 610 today. 610. Thank you. Hey, nice little Hereford looking deal here. Let's spin it around. Looks like a heifer. You betcha. 957 down there. Howell cattle here. Buy the pound here. 385. 385 right there. Gonna be 387 hand. Gonna be 385. Gonna be 387 hand. Gonna be 35. Gonna be 37 half. Now 387 hand. Gonna be 385. Gonna be 387 hand. Gonna be 35. Gonna be 37 half. 387 half. 385. Gonna be 87 hand. Gonna be 87 hand. Gonna be 85. Gonna be 87 half. 87 hand. 387. Now 90. 390. 390 here. Gonna be 392 to hand, it'll be 395, but it'll be 397 a hand, but it'll be $4 here, it'll be 4, 397 a half, 4, 397 a hand, but it'll be $4, but it'll be 397 a hand, it'll be 4, 4, 4, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 397 a hand, it'll be $4, I get 397 a half, and 4 here, but it'll be $4, but it'll be $4 a pound, but it'll be all in, all done, all in, all done. Sold it to you 397 a half, put it on 14 on 2, 14 on 2. Hey, beautiful little short horn cross bull calf. Awesome little calf. Been on a ration. Here you go. $1,000 here. 1,000. 1,000 here. Now 1,000 here. 1,000 here. It'll be 800. It'll be 800 here. Now 9 here. But it could be 8. But it could be 900. But it could be 8. But it could be 900. But it could be 8. Now 900. 8 and 4 quarter here. But it could be 8. But it could be 8 and a quarter. But it could be 8 and a hand. But it could be 8 and a hand. It could be 875. 875. 500. But it could be 900. But it could be you say 900. But it could be 9 and a quarter. But it could be 9 and a quarter. 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 9 and a hand. Could be 975. 500. But it could be 1,000. But it could be 1,000 and a quarter. But it could be 1,000 a hand. But it could be 1,075. 1,075. 500. But it could be 1,100. But it could be 11. It could be 11. It could be 1125. 1125. 1150. 1175. 1175. But it could be 1175. Could be 1,200. But it could be 12. 12. 12. Could be 1175 here. But it could be 1,200. Could be 1175 and 1,200. But it could be 12. 12. 12. Could be 1175. Could be 1,200. Could be 1,200. All in, all done. All in, all done. 1175 over here. Put it on 469. 469 straight. Nice little bull here too. A little line back here. $1,000. $1,000 here. It could be 1,100. It could be now. It could be 1,100. It could be 1,000. It could be 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. It could be down. It could be 1,100. Where? It could be 1,000. It could be 1,100. It could be 11. It could be 1,000. It could be 1,100. 1,100 where? It could be 1,100, but it could be 1,000 here. It could be 1,100, but it could be 1,000, but it could be 1,100, it could be 1,000, but it could be 1,100. 1,100, but it could be 1,000, it could be 1,100, it could be 1,000, it could be 1,100, but it could be all in, all done. $1,000 your way. 14 on 1. 979. Little British white bull here. $1,200 here. By the head. $1,200 here. Now 12. 1,000. 1,000 here. Now $1,000 here. 1,000 here. 800. 800. 800. 900 here. 1,000. 1,100. 9 1100. 1,000. 1100. 1,000 here. 1100. I'm gonna be 12, 12, 12, 12, but I'm gonna be 13, but I'm gonna be 13, I'm gonna be 12, gonna be 13, 1,200 here, 13, but I'm gonna be 12, but I'm gonna be 12 and a quarter here, but I'm gonna be 12, 25, but you got, I'm gonna be 12, 15, but I'm gonna be 12, 25. Now 12.50 where? But I'm gonna be 12, 15, but I got you 12, 25, but I'm gonna be 15, but I'm gonna be 12, 25, 12.50, 12.50 where? But I'm gonna be 12, 25, but I'm gonna be 12, 15, but I'm gonna be 12, 25, gonna be 50, 12, 25, 50, all in all done. Sold it to you at $12.25 there. Put it on $376. $376. Thank you. Couple nice black bulls here. $888. $890. These are going to be 9-month-old Angus bulls here. Yeah. Fine with my setup. Yeah. If you're any longer, you ain't going to like it at all. You'll probably hit something. Yeah, 20 foot's perfect. 9-month-old Angus bulls. These things have been online. Nice bulls here. Either way here. 250. 250 here. 250 a pound. 250. 250 right there. Out 252 at a hand. 252 at a hand. 255. 257 at a hand. 260. 262 and a half. 262 and a half. 262. 235. All the way. Got to buy them both here. 267 and a half. 270 here. 272 and a half. 75. 77 and a half. 277 and a half. 280 here. 282 and a half. 285 and a half. 290. 292 and a half. 295. 295. 297 and a half. 333. 302 and a half. 305 here. 307 and a half here. 310. 310 here. 310. 10. 10. 307 and a half. 10. 12 and a half. 312 and a half. 312 and a half. 12 and a half. 12 and a half here. 312 and a half. 310 here. Now 12 and a half. 310. 12 and a half. Now 315. 315. 312 and a half. 315. 315. 312 and a half here. 315. 15. 12 and a half. 315. 17 and a half. Now 317 and a half. 315. 17 and a half. 15. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. All in. All done. Sold them to you. 315. Put it on 220. 220. Thank you very much. Nice little black heifers here. Here we go. 275. 275. Now 275. 275. 275. Now 275. 250 here. 252 to hand. 255. 255. 252 to hand. 255. 257 and a half. 260. 260. Where are we at? 260 here. Going to be 232 to hand, but it could be 235, 267 to hand, but it could be 270, 272 to hand, could be 275, 277 now, 280, 280 here, but it could be 282 to hand, but it could be 285, but it could be 287 to hand, but it could be 290 here, could be 292 to half, 295, 97 and a half, 295, 97 to hand, 295, but it could be 297 to hand, it could be $3 here, could be 302 to hand, could be 305, 305, could be 307 to hand, but it could be 10, 10, 10, could be 10, could be 12 and a half, now 15, but it could be 317 to hand, but it could be 320, but it could be 322 to hand, could be 325, 27 to hand, now 27 and a half, and 30 here, but it could be 332 to hand, but it could be 335, but it could be 337 and a half, 340, 340 here, but it could be 337 and a half, but it could be 40, but it could be 337 and a half, but it could be 340, but it could be 330, it could be 340, 340, 337 and a half, 40, all in, all done, all in, all done, 337 and a half, 260, 258. Two more here. $3 here. $3. Now 3 here. $3 here. $3 a pound. 3 right there. Now 302 and a half. 302 and a half. 302 and a half. 302 and a half. Now 5. 305 7 and a half. 307 and a half. 310. 310 12 and a half. 12 and a half. 312 and a half. 12 and a half. 310s here. 12 and a half. 310. 12 and a half. 12 and a half. 310. 12 and a half. 310 here. 312 and a half. 312 and a half. All in, all done. Sold them 310. 14 buy. 2. 14 on 2. Thank you. Got some Paragu heifers here. Nice heifers here. A little bit 275. 275. Now 275. 250 here. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 275. 277 and a half. Here. 280. 282 and a half. 285. 285. 287 and a half. 290. 292 and a half. 295. 297 and a half. $3. 332 and a half. 305. 5 here. 7 and a half. 307 and a half. 307 and a half. Going to be fine. Going to be 307 hand. Going to be 305. Going to be 307 hand. Going to be 310. Going to be 310. 10. 312 and a half. 315. 315. Going to be 17 and a half. Half hand. Going to be 317. Going to be 15. Going to be 17 and a half. Going to be 317 and a half. 315. 17 and a half. All in, all done. Sold them 315 over here. 80 by 5. 80 by 5. Thank you. Two more here. $3 here. $3. 2 to hand. 3 2 and a half. 302 and a half. $3. 2 to hand. 3 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 3 here. Now 2 and a half. 302 and a half. 305. 7 and a half. 10 here. 12 and a half. 315. 317. 320. 322 and a half. 325. 327 and a half. 330. 332 to hand. 335. 337 and a half. 340 here. 342 and a half. 342 and a half, 342 and a half, 342 and a half, and 345, 345, 347 and a half, now 50 here, going to be 52 and a half, 50 here, going to be 352 and a half, going to be 352 and a half, all in, all done. Sold them 350, 258, 350 on 258. We're getting some nice steers here. These Paragus again. Paragus steers here. Sell your choice here. We get $3. And 3. Going to be 2 to hand. 3 here. 3 2 to hand. 3 5. Now 7 and a half. 310. Going to be 310. Going to be 312 and a hand. Going to be 315. Going to be 315. 317 and a half. 320. 322 to hand. Going to be 325. 327 and a hand. Going to be 330. 330. That's by the pound. 332 to hand. Going to be 335. 337 and a half. Half hand. Going to be 340. 342 and a half. 345, 347 and a half, 350 here, going to be 52 to hand, going to be 355, going to be 355, 5, going to be 352 and a half, going to be 355, 355, 352 and a half, 355, 5, going to be 355, 5, 52 and a half here, 55, 55, 5, 55, 355, 352 and a half, 355, 57 and a half, 360, 360 here, going to be 362 to hand, 365, 367 and a half, going to be 370, 370, 370 here, going to be 370, 372 and a half, going to be 375, 5, going to be 375, 5, 77 and a half, 377 and a half, going to be 380, 382 and a half, 382 and a half, going to be 382 and a half, going to be 385, 5, going to be 385, going to be 387 and a half, now 390, 390 here, 392 and a half, going to be 395, 5, going to be 395, 97 and a half, 397 and a half, 397 and a half, 395, going to be 397 and a half, going to be 395, 397 and a half, $4 here, going to be going to be $4. You want to do that? $4 a pound, 402 and a half, 402 and a half, going to be 4, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 4, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 4 here, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 4 here, going to be 2 and a half, 4 here, going to be 4, 2 and a half. All in, all done, all in, all done. $4 your way down there. Which one would you like? The smaller one, please. Buyer number 609. 609 takes the smaller steer. 852. $350 here. $350 here. $3 $3 and go. $3 and go here. 285. 285. 290 here. 290. 295. 295. 97 and a half here. Hit it with 3. 3. Going to be 2 and a half here. Going to be 5. 5. Hit it with 5 here. Going to be 5. 7 and a half. 10. 10. 10. 10. 3. 10. 10. 10. 7 and a half, 10 here, but it's going to be 307 and a half, but it's going to be 310, but it's going to be 310, 310, 307 and a half, 10, 10, but it's going to be 310, 10, going to be 307. You're out, Blake. 310, 307 and a half, but it's going to be 12 and a half, but it's going to be 310, but it's going to be 12 and a half, going to be 310 here, going to be 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 310, but it's going to be 12 and a half, going to be 10, but it's going to be 12 and a half, going to be 310, 12 and a half. Sold them to you, 310, 258, 1 or 2. The black one, huh? Takes one ear take 126 from here. 51, 851. 285, 285, 260, 260, 260, where 2 and a half here, 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 55, 5, 5, 5, 5, 57 and a half here, 2 and a half, 265, 267 and a half, 270 here, 272 and a half, 275, 277 and a half here, 77 and 280, 280 here, 282 and a half, 282 and a half. 280 here, 282 and a half, 82 and a half, 82 and a half, 285, 287 and a half, going to be 290, 292 and a half here, going to be 292 and a half, 295, 295, 97 and a half, 297 and a half, 297 and a half here, now 302 and a half, 305, 302 and a half, got you at 302 and a half, sir? You with me there? Now 305, 302 and a half, going to be 5, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 305, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 5, you're going to be 302 and a half, and 5 where? Going to be 302 and a half, going to be 305, going to be 302 and a half, going to be 305, all in all done. Sold at 302 and a half right here. Buyer number 616. Thank you very much. So your choice here. 285, 285, 285, 250, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 282 and a half, take them both, 285, 287 and a half, 260, 262 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, 270 here, 272 and a half, 275, 275, 277 and a half, 280, 280 here, 282 and a half, 285, 287 and a half, 290 here, look at me 292 to hang, look at me 90, look at me 292 and a half, 295, 295, look at me 290, look at me 295, look at me 297 and a half, look at me 297 and a half, 295, 297 and a half, 295, look at me 297 and a half, look at me 295 here, look at me 297 and a half, 297 and a half here, now 3 $2 here, look at me 3, look at me 2 and a half, look at me 302 and a half, look at me 3, look at me 2 and a half, look at me 3, look at me 2 and a half, 3 here, 2 and a half, 3 here, look at me 2 and a half, look at me 3, look at me 2 and a half here, all in, all done, all in, all done. $3 your way, 80 straight, 80 by 5, 80 by 5, thank you. 2 more bowls here. Good cutter bowls here. 857, 859 here. Zach cattle here. 2 and a half. 250, 250 here, 2 and a hand, 250, takes them both here, 250, 2 and a half. Buying them both, 252 and a half, 255, 57 and a half, 260 here, 252 and a half, 275, 270 here, 272 and a half, 75, 77 and a half, 280, 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 285, 287 and a half, 290 here, 292 and a half, 295, 297 and a half, now 3 and 2 and a half, now 302 and a half, 305, 5 high, 5 here, 307 and a half, 307 and a half, 305, 7 and a half, 10, 10, 10, 310, 10, 10, 307 and a half, 10 where, 10 here, 12 and a half, 312 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 310, 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 12 and a half, 310 here, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 310 here, now 12 and a half, 312 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, all in, all done. Sold them 310 your way, 14 by 7, 14 on 7. Here we go. Here, buy one or two. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 250. $2 here. 2. Now $2 here. Now 205. 205. 5 here. $2 here. 205. 2 here. 205. Now 205. $2 here. 5 here. 5 here. $2 here. Been on the ration here. $2 here. 205. 205. $2. $205, $2 here, $2 here, gonna be 205, 205, all in, all done, 205, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 210, 210, gonna be 12 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 17 and a half, here, gonna be 220, gonna be 222 and a half, 225, 227 and a half, 230, 232 and a half, gonna be 235, 237 and a half, gonna be 240, 242 and a half, 242 and a half, 245, 47 and a half, 247 and a half, 250, 252 and a half, 252 and a half, 252 and a half, 250 here, 252 and a half, 252 and a half, 255, 5, 255, 5, 255, 252 and a half, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 257 and a half. Let's get their weight. $255, going to be $257 and a half, $260 here, going to be $262 and a half, $265, going to be $267 and a half, $270, $272 and a half, $275, $277 and a half, going to be $280, $282 and a half, going to be $285, $287 and a half, going to be $290 here, $292 and a half, going to be $295, $297 and a half, $295, $97 and a half, $295 here, $297 and a half, going to be $295, all in, all done, all in, all done. Sold them $295 right down here. 607, thank you. Little bowl here, hey, hey, three and a half here, 350 by the pound, on ration here, 3 and a half, 325, 325, 5, $3 here, $3 and 3, 2 and a half here, 2 and a half, $2. $2 here, $2 here, $205, $205, $205, $2 here, $5, $205, $205, $210, $10, $215 here, $215, $220, $225, $225, $30, now $235, $240 here, $240 here, $240, $245, $250, $255, $260, $260 here, $235, $270 here, $275, $280 here, $285, 290, 295, 295 now 3, now 305, 305 gonna be 310, 10, 10, here gonna be 310, gonna be 315, gonna be 310 here. Are you in at 310 there, Blake? 305 here, got you at 305, gonna be 310, 10, 10, gonna be 305, gonna be 10 here, gonna be 305, 310, 315, 315, gonna be 310, 10, 10, gonna be 10 here, gonna be all in, all done. Sold it to you. 611, what we got? 305, 310. Charlet Steer, Charlet Steer. 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 250, 250, 250 here, 252 and a half, 252 and a half, I got you in there, 252 and a half, 252 and a half, 255, 57 and a half, city here, 252 and a half, 265, 267 and a half. Now 270 here, but it'll be 272 and a half, but it'll be 275, bye bye, gonna be 275, bye bye, gonna be 277 and a half here, but it'll be 280, 282 and a half, 285, but it'll be 287 and a half, but it'll be 287 and a half, gonna be 290 here, but it'll be 290, but it'll be 292 and a half, gonna be 292 and a half, 295, 295, gonna be 297 and a half. Now $3 here, it'll be 2 and a half, it'll be 305, it'll be 307 and a half, gonna be 307 and a half, 310, 310, it'll be 212 and a half, it'll be 315, but it'll be 317 and a half. Now 320, 320, it'll be 322 and a half, it'll be 325, it'll be 327 and a half, it'll be 30, 330, 332 and a half, 332 and a half, it'll be 30 here, gonna be 332 and a half, gonna be 30 here, it'll be 332 and a half, gonna be 330 here, it'll be 332 and a half, 332 and a half, all in all done. 330 your way is 376, 330 on 376, thank you. 912, 908, 910. 350 for 2. You betcha here. Got some Melon Boss genetics here. 350 here for 2. Now 352 and a half. 352 and a half. Fence broke. 352 and a half here. 352 and a half. 352 and a half. Now 355. 357 and a half. 360 here. 352 and a half. 335. 367 and a half. 370. 372 and a half. 372 and a half. 375. 377 and a half. 380 here. 380, 380, 377 and a half, gonna be 380 here, but gonna be Blake at 377 and a half, 380 where, 377 and a half, but gonna be 380 where, but gonna be 377 and a half, but gonna be 380, 377 and a half, now 380, 380 here, but gonna be 377 and a half, but gonna be 380, but gonna be 380, 377 and a half, 380, all in all done. I'm right here. Sold 377 and a half. Bring him back, guys, please. 260 or 258? 258, please. You let that'll work? One left here. $3. Now $3 here. $3. $3 and 3. 2 and a half. 2 and a half here. 255. Gonna be 257 and a half. Gonna be 260. 260. 260 here. Gonna be 232 and a half. $3 here. Gonna be 302 and a half. Gonna be 305. Gonna be 307 and a half. 310. 312 and a half. 312 and a half. 315. Gonna be 317 and a half. 320 here, and then it'll be 322 and a half, 322 and a half, 320 here, and then it'll be 322 and a half, then it'll be 320, and then it'll be 322 and a half, and 322 and a half, 325, 325, and then it'll be 327 and a half, and it'll be 330 here, and then it'll be 332 and a half, 335, 335. 332 and a half, 335, 337 and a half, 340, 340 here, but it'll be 342 and a half, you say that, it'll be 345, I'm going to be 345. 345, 347 and a half, 345, going to be 347 and a half, 345, 347 and a half, 345, going to be 47 and a half, 345, 47 and a half, all in all done. All in all done. 345, 376, 345, 376, thank you. Nice set of steers here. Here we go. Nice black cattle, 352, 354, 2. You got it. Now 352 and a half. 352 and a half. Is there? Are we mixing bulls and steers? Let's take another look here. 2 bulls and steers. Great. Let's put 1 steer, you say? Let's sell the steer. Let's sell the steer. One with the Brockle white face there. Good job, Shorty. Selling the steer here. $3. Now 3. What are you thinking? 350, 352 and a half, 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 all in, all done. Sold 350 your way. 80 by 5. 2 bulls here. $3 here. 3 325 for choice here. 327 a hand. 27 and a half. 325, 27 and a half. 325, 27 a hand. 325 going to be 327 and a half. And 325 going to be 27 and a half. 325, 27 and a half. 325 going to be 327 a hand. 27 a hand going to be 325 going to be 27 and a half. 325, 27 and a half. All in all done. Sold it 325 your way. Takes 914, please. 80 by 5, thank you. Oh. Yeah. There you go. Good job. You say 275? 277 and a half. 275. 277 and a half. 280 here. 280. 280. 277 and a half. 80. 280 here. 277 and a half. 280 here. 280. 280. 280 where? 280 here. 277 and a half. 277 and a half. 280. 277 and a half. 80. 277 and a half. You're in. 280 where? 280 here. 280. 280, all in, all done. All in, all done. Sold it to you. 277 and a half, buyer 4. Send it to the vet and get it banded, please. Little belted calf here. Belted bull, 911. Should have had that number on the last one, Shorty. Here you go. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 250. 2 and a half. 255. 57 and a half. You're going to be 260. 262 and a half. 275. Going to be 277 and a half. Going to be 270 here. 272 and a half. Going to be 275. 277 and a half. 280. 282 and a half. Going to be 285. Going to be 287 and a half. Going to be 290 here. 292 and a half. Going to be 295. 297 and a half. Going to be 3. Down 2 and a half. Going to be 5. 307 and a half. 307 and a half. Going to be 305. Going to be 307 and a half. Going to be 305. Going to be 307 and a half. Going to be 305 here. Going to be 7 and a half. 305. Going to be 7 and a half. 305, 7 and a half, going to be 305, going to be all in, all done. All in, all done. Sold at 305 your way on 80 by 5. 80 by 5, thank you. Sweet little calf here. You betcha, he's feeling good here. $5 a pound. Now $5. $5 here. 450. 450 here. 450. How about $1,500? $1,500 by the head. 1,500. 1,200 by the head. 1,200. 13, but it could be 12, but it could be 13, could be 1400, but it could be 1500, but it could be 16, but it could be 15, could be 60. 15 here, 16 where, but it could be 1500, could be 16, could be 15 here, could be 16. 15, but it could be 1600, but it could be 15, could be 16, could be 15, could be 16, 15 and a half, 1600, 16 here, but it could be 15 and a half, but it could be 1600, could be 15 and a half, but it could be 1575, could be 1575, 15 and a half, 75. Sold it to you, 15 and a half right there. 14 on 2, 14 on 2, thank you. Here we're getting those Laughlin calves here. These are sired by that registered Kessler bull we got out back. Nice looking bull calves. Here you go. $3 here. 2 and a half. 52 and a half, 352 and a half, going to be 355, 57 and a half, going to be 360 here, going to be 362 and a half, 365, 367 and a half, 370, 370 here, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 370 where, going to be 367 and a half, going to be 370 here, going to be 367 and a half, going to gonna be 370, 370, 370 here, 70 here, 367 a hand, gonna be 70 here, gonna be 367 and a half. Now 70, 370, 370 here, gonna be 372 a hand, gonna be 375, gonna be 375 a fine, 377 and a half here, gonna be 380, 380, 380 here, gonna be 80, 80, 80, gonna be 380 here, gonna be 380, gonna be 382 and a half, 382 and a half, 385, 385, gonna be 387 and a half, half, hang, gonna be 390 here, 392 and a hang, gonna be 392 and a half, 390 here, 92 and a half, 390 here, gonna be 392 and a half, gonna be 395 a fine, gonna be 395, 392 and a half, 95, 97 and a half. Now $4, $4 here, gonna be $4 and two and a half here, gonna be 4, 2 and a half. Now 402 and a half, $4 here, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be $4 and 2 and a half. All in, all done, sold them $4 your way, 220, $4, 220, thank you. Two more, same story, sired by that Kessler Bull, registered Kessler Bull. We'll be selling him later on. And 377 a hand, 375, 377 a half, half hand, 380, 380 here, gonna be 382 and a hand, gonna be 385, 87 a hand, gonna be 390 here, gonna be 390, 90 here, 90, 387 a hand, gonna be 390, 390, 390 here, 390, 392 to hang, gonna be 395, 395, 395, 55. Let's see what they weigh here, gonna be 2 and a hang, gonna be 395, 55, gonna be 95, gonna be 95, gonna be 395, 55, 392 and a half, 95, 97 and a half, 397 and a half, who'd be looking at $4 here, 397 and a half, who'd be looking at 444 here, now 2 and a half, 405, 407 and a half, 410, gonna be 412 and a half, half, hang, gonna be 415, gonna be 417 and a hang, gonna be 420, 422 and a half, 425, 27 and a half, now 27 and a half, 30, 32 and a hang, gonna be 35, gonna be 435, 5, hang, gonna be 435, 42, gonna be 432 and a half here, 435, 435, 432 and a half, 435, all in, all done, sold them to you, 432 and a half, 258, thank you. Here's another one, same story, ripping bull calf here. 385 here, 385, 385, 375, 375, 375, 3 and a half, 350, 325, 325 now, 330, 330 here, gonna be 335, 340, 345, 355. 355, 360, 360 here, 365, about 62 and a half, 362 and a half, 60s here, 332 and a half, gonna be 360 here, gonna be 2 and a half, 360 here, gonna be 332 and a half, all in, all done. Sold it to you, 360, 220, 360, 220, thank you. 940, 39, 941. Sweet little set of black heifers here, Angus heifers. Good little trio there. Yep. Coming out of Woolley here, hey, $3, 3 and a half, 3 and a half here. Now 352 and a half, 352 and 352 and a half. Nice little set of heifers here. 352 and a half, gonna be 352 and a half, 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 350 here, 352 and a half, 352 and a half. Did I see a hand here? 352 and a half, 350 here, 352 and a half, all in, all done, all in, all done. Sold 350. 80 by Murray. Send them to the vet, please. $5.8 weight, please. Here you go. Nice little over here. $4. $4 here. You're gonna be 4 and 4 here. $4. Here. You're gonna be 4. Lightweight. $4 here. 385. 385. 385. 5. I'm gonna be 387 half. Now 387 half. 385. 387 hang. Gonna be 87 half. 37 and a half. Here going to be 35.87 and a half. 35.87 and a half. 35.87 and a half. All in, all done. Sold it to you. 385 buyer 4. 385 buyer 4. Send it to the vet. Yep. And here, good looking heifer here, 325, 325, bit on a ration here, 325, I'm gonna be 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter here, 325, $3 here, and go here, 3, gonna be $3, and 3, 3, thank you, 305, 5 here, gonna be 3, 305 here, gonna be 305, 300, 305, 305, you're gonna be 305. All in, all done. $3 your way. Put it on. 80 by 5. Thank you. Is this 900? 800? 900. Sweet little red white face heifer. By the head here. Hey, $1,200. Now $1,200. $1,200. By the head. $1,200 here. Now $1,200. $1,000 here. $1,000. $800 here. Gonna be 8. Now 9 here. Here we go. Gonna be 900. Gonna be 900. Here. Gonna be 900 where? 900 where? 900. 900. Hey Otter, you like this one? Here, 900, gonna be 900, gonna be 8 here, gonna be 9. Now 900, 8 here, gonna be, I'll take 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, 825, gonna be 825, 825, 825, 850, 875, 875, 875, gonna be 900, gonna be 9 and a quarter, gonna be 9 and a half, gonna be 975, gonna be 975, gonna be 1,000, 1,000 and a quarter, 1,000 here, gonna be 1,025, gonna be 1,000 here, gonna be 1,025, where you're in 1,025, 1,025, 500, gonna be 1,000, gonna be 1,025, gonna be all in, all done. Sold at 1,014 by 1, 14 on 1. 961 down there. 2.5. 2 and a half. 250 here. 255. Now 255. 255. Now 260 here. Gonna be 265. Gonna be 270. 275. Gonna be 280 here. Gonna be 285. 285. Gonna be 290. 295. 290 here. Gonna be 295. Gonna be 290 here. Gonna be 295. Gonna be 295. Gonna be 290 here. Gonna be 295. 290 here. Gonna be 292 and a half. Gonna be 290 here. Gonna be 292 next. Sold it to you. 290. 14 by 1. 14 on 1. Steer here. Head here. 2 and a half. 255. 255. 255. 260. 260 here. 275. 270 here. 275. 280. 280. 280 here. 280 here. 275. 280. 277 and a half. 277 and a half. 275. 77 and a half. 275. 277 and a half. Gonna be 275, gonna be 277 and a half, gonna be 275, gonna be 277 and a half, all in, all done. Sold at 275 your way. Put it on 14 by 2. Nice looking steer here. 2 and a half. 250 here. 250. 250. $2.50 here. 250 here. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. 255. 250 here. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 250. 255. 255. 255. 255, 260, 265, now 270 here, going to be 275, going to be 280 here, going to be 285, going to be 282 and a half, going to be 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 282 and a half, going to be sold it to you, 280, 14 by 2, 14 by 2. Nice slick one here. He's a bull still. Nice little bull. Two and a half here, 250 here, 255, 255, 260 here, 275, 270 here, 275, 280, 285, 290 here, 295, $3 here, you say 3, 295, 295, gonna be 3, now 3, 295, $3 here, 295, $295, gonna be 3, all in all done, sold it to you, 295, 80 by 5, 295, 80 by 5, thank you. Very nice little speckled, I think he's a steer, if I remember right. Sure is, nice speckled steer. 2 and a half here, 250, 250 by the pound, 250, 250 here, 250, 255, 255, you got some character in your pasture, here it is, here, 255, good looking steer, 255, 255, 255, 255, where 255, you look like you guys like them, 255 here, 255, now 255, 250, 255, 255, 255, all in, all done, sold 250, 14 on 2. Nice little belted heifer. $3 here. $3, and three, where $3, $2 here, $205, $205 here, $205, $205, $2 here, $205, $205, where $5 here, $205, and $205, $205, $205, $210, $215, $220, $225, $225, $230, $235, $235, and $240 here, $245, $240 here, $245, $245, $240 here, $245, $240 here, $245, $245, all in, all done. Sold at $240, 14 on 2, $240, 14 2. $2 here. 2, 175, $1. $1 here, $1 here, $105, $105, $110, 115, 115, $120, 125, $130, $135, $140, $145, $150, 150. 155, gonna be 160 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 170 here, gonna be 175, 175, 175, gonna be 180, 185, gonna be 185, gonna be 190, 195, gonna be 195, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, gonna be 205, $2 here, down 5, down 210, 215, gonna be 215, gonna be 220, 225, 225, gonna be 230 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 235, gonna be 240, 40, gonna be 245, 245, 240 here, gonna be 245, gonna be 40, gonna be 245, gonna be 240, 45. Sold it 240 your way, 14 on 2. Yeah, let's put it on the scale, please. £370. Bring it back, please. $250 here. What's that? By the head here, $1,000. Now $1,000. $800. 800. 800. Where now 9. 900. 9 here. Gonna be 800. Gonna be 9. Now 900. 999. Gonna be 999. Gonna be 900,000. 1100. 1112. Now 13. Gonna be 12 and a quarter. Gonna be 12 and a half. Gonna be 12 and a quarter. Gonna be 12 and a half. Gonna be sold it to you. 12 and a quarter. Keeping them on 258 or your number? 260. Here's a big steer. 893. Let's go ahead and put him on the scale as soon as we can. All the way, buddy. Probably be 1,200. Oh, a little better than that. 1315. And here, $2 here. $2 here. And $185. 185. Gonna be 187 and a half. Now 187 and a half. 185. 187 and a half. 187 and gonna be 190 here. Gonna be 192 and a half. Gonna be 195. 197 and a half. 197 and a half. Now 2. 202 and a half. 202 and a half. Gonna be 205. Gonna be 207 and a half. Gonna be 210. Gonna be 212 and a half. 212 and a half, 212 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 215, gonna be 212 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 212 and a half here, 215 where, gonna be 212 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 212 and a half, gonna be 215, 212 and a half, 215 here, gonna be 12 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 212 and a half, gonna be 215, gonna be 15, all in, all done. Sold it to you, 212 and a half, 612, 212 and a half, 612, buyer, thank you. 963 Black Brindle Heifer. And here, 165, 135, 137 a hand, 137 a hand, 137 a half, 137 a half, 135, 137 a hand, 137 a half, 137 a hand, 172 and a half, 175, 177 a half, 180 here, gonna be 182 and a half, gonna be 180 here, gonna be 182 and a half, gonna be 185, gonna be 182 and a half, gonna be 185, 82 and a half, 185, gonna be 182 and a half, gonna be all in, all done. Sold it to you, 182 and a half, 14 by 5, 14 on 5. Two bulls. Howl cattle here. $3 here. $3. $305. $305. $305. $305. Where? $305. $305. $310. $310. $15. $320. $325. Gonna be 30. $35. $340. $345. Gonna be $350. Gonna be $355. $360. 365, gonna be 370, 375, gonna be 380, 380, 385, 5, gonna be 385, 380 here, 385, 390, 395, 395, 390 here, gonna be 3, see what they weigh. 395, 395, $4 here, gonna be 405, 5, gonna be 405, 402 and a half. 402 and a half, $4 here, gonna be 2 and a half, gonna be $4 here, gonna be 42 and a half, 405, 407 and a half, 410, 412 and a half, 415, gonna be 417 and a half, gonna be 420, gonna be 420, 422 and a half, 420 here, 422 and a half, half, all in, all done. Sold it to you, 420, put it on, 258, 420, 258, thank you. 954, Howl cattle here still. He's a bull. 275. We can fix that. 275. 250. 250. 2.5. 2.5 half hand. 2.5 half hand. 225. 225. 225. 225. $2. $2, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, gonna be 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5, 5, now 2, 7 and a half, 210, 210, gonna be 212 and a half, gonna be 210, Blake, you want to be 210? 212 and a half, 210, gonna be 212 and a half. 210, gonna be 12 and a half. 215, gonna be 217 and a half. Gonna be 220, gonna be 222 and a half. Gonna be 225. 225, gonna be 227 and a half. Gonna be 30 here, gonna be 230. 230, 230, 227 and a half. 30. 227 and a half. Gonna be 30, 30, 30. Gonna be 227 and a half. Gonna be 30. All in, all done. Sold it to you 227 and a half. 14 by 2. 14 on 2. $874, $875. Beck Cattle, Hereford Bulls from Sandy Point. And here, $2 here. Would you say $2 here? Gonna be 2 and 2. Thank you. 205. Gonna be 205. All the way. Buy them both. 210. Gonna be 210. 10. Gonna be 215 here. Gonna be 220. 220. 225. 230. Gonna be 235. Gonna be 240 here. Gonna be 245. Gonna be 245. 245. 250. 250 here. Gonna be 245. Gonna be 250. 250. Are you still with me, buyer 80? 250. 252 and a half. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 252 and a half. Gonna be 255. 252 and a half. Gonna be 255. 252 and a half. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. Gonna be 255. 255. All in, all done. Sold it to you at 252 and a half. Your way. Put it on 14.2. Couple nice steers here. 892 down there. 891. Here you go. Heads up. He's got your number here. 225. 225. 225. 225 here. 227 and a half. 225. Gonna be 227 and a half. Selling choice. 225. 227 and a half. Gonna be 225. Gonna be 227 and a half. 227 and a half. 225. Gonna be 227 and a half. Gonna be 227 and a half. Gonna be 230 here. Gonna be 232 and a half. Gonna be 232 and a half. 232 and a half. 232 and a half. 230 here. Gonna be 232 and a half. Gonna be 235. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 237 and a half. He's buying them both now. 237 and a half. 240 here. 242 and a half. 242 and a half. Gonna be 245. 5. You want one? Have 275 for one. 277 and a half. 275. Gonna be 277 and a half. Gonna be 275. Gonna be 277 and a half. All in, all done. Sold 275 your way. Put it on, or wants that one right there. He wants that one. That's fine. We'll trade him out. 604. 604. Thank you. Look at that. I think they might do it by themselves. Perfect. Gonna have to have everybody sign a waiver. Here we go. 250. 250 here. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. Right there. Now 252 and a half. 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 250 here. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. All in, all done. Sold it 250, 80 straight. Here's a couple big boys. Let's get an average on them. These things are ready to go. Okay, we're going to have to be hot on a calculator when here stuff comes through. Yeah, we'll break them back. Take a look. Sell your choice on them. Sell choice here. $2 here. Two. Two to hand. Two. Gonna be 2.5. 202.5. Beef on the hoof. 202 to hand. Two to hand. Now 205. 2.7 hand. Gonna be 210. Gonna be 212.5. 215. 217 and a half. Gonna be 220. Gonna be 222 to hand. Gonna be 225. Gonna be 227.5. Here. Gonna be 230. 230. 232.5. 235. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 240 here. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 238. 88. Gonna be 238. Gonna be 237 and a half here. 238 where? 237 and a half. Gonna be 238. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 238. 88. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 238. 88. Hit a bit 8 here. Gonna be 237 and a half. Gonna be 238. 88. All in, all done. Sold 237 and a half. Takes the white face and your buyer number today. 145 like usual. Thank you. Takes the white face. Come on, boys. We'll get him. Here he goes. $2 here. You're right. We're gonna be $2 here. $2 and $2 here. Now two and a half. Two and a half. Two and a hand. $2 here. Two and a hand. Two and a half. Two and a half. Two and a half. I got $2 here. Gonna be two and a half. Gonna be two and a half. Two and a half. Two and a half. Two and a hand. Gonna be two and a hand. $2 here. Gonna be two and a hand. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be two and a half. Two and a half. $2 here. Gonna be two and a half. Who's butchering next weekend here? Gonna be two and a half. Two and a half. Two and a half. Gonna be two and a hand. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be two and a half. Two and a half. All in, all done. All in, all done. Holler at me if I'm missing you. Sold it to you. $2. $2.60. He's the guy. Your door's open, shorty. There you go. 928. $929. We'll get started, and they can go right on the scale. We'll get an average on them here. Sell your choice here. Actually, I got their weights right here. 927, what is it? 928, 1,230 pounds. $215 all the way. $217 and a half. $217 and a half. $217 and a half. Buying them both. $217 and a half. 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 $215 and a half. $215, 17 and a half. $215 $217 and a half. $17 and a half. 15 here. 17 and a half. 15. 17 and a half. All in, all done. 17 and a half. 220. 222 to hand. Gonna be 225. Gonna be 227 a hand. Gonna be 230. Gonna be 230. Gonna be 232 and a half. 235. 232 and a half. 235. 232 and a little bit. Gonna be 235. Gonna be 232 and a half. Gonna be 230. Gonna be all in, all done. Sold them to you 232 and a half. Buyer number 606. 606. Thank you. $924. Back take $924. Weighed $1260 today. What's the other one? $923. I'm assuming $1,300 on $923. And here, $2 here, 210 all the way, 212 and a half, 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 210, 212 and a half, 212 and a half, 212 and a half, 210, and 12 and a half, where 12 and a half, 210, 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 12 and a half, all in, all done. Sold 210. 8 on 614, 210, 614. Thank you. Are you going to deliver those, DL? You going on the road trip? $9.98 and 88. Is it really? Breaking news, everybody. It's Peyton Dykstra's birthday down there. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peyton. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's spin these bad boys around. Nice steers here. Looks like we're getting into the DeBoer steers here. They've been on grass, corn silage, and mineral fed. Dripping meat here. Look at these guys. Let's go ahead and get an average on them, please. $1,300. $2 here. $2 here. $2 and a hand. $2 and a hand. $2 and a half. $2 and a half. $2 here. $2 and a hand. $205. $205. $207 and a hand. $210. $212 and a hand. $215. $217 and a half. Here going to be $217 and a half. $217 and a half. $217 and $220. $222 and a hand. $225. $225. What'd you say? 227 a hand, it'll be 230, and then it'll be 232 a hand, it'll be 235, 5, it'll be 230. What'd you say, 230? Gotta be 231, Blake, that gonna work for you? 231? Sold them to you, 231, put it on, 260. Yep. Can't get them all away today, Blake. Come on now. Same deal. Let's go ahead and catch a weight on these guys. You've got 6 here, so yeah. 1223. $235. $2 here. $2 here. $2 and a half. $2 and a hand. You sell choice. 210, going to be 205, all the way 205, going to be by them both here, going to be 207 and a half, 205, going to be 207 and a half, going to be 210, going to be 212 and a half, going to be 215, going to be 217 and a half, 220, 220, 210, going to be 225, going to be 227 and a half, going to be 230 here, going to be 232 and a half here, going to be 235, 235, going to be 237 and a half, 240 here, going to be 237 and a half, going to be 240, 40, going to be 237, going to be 240, 237 and a half, 240, 237 and a half, going to be 240, where 237 and a half, going to be all in, all done. 237 and a half, 102, 237 and a half, 102. Thank you. He is 102. Let's put it on pro. That's close. Yeah, I know. They didn't bring 3. Yeah. Here's a couple dandy reds right here. All right, guys, send them to the scale, please. $12.95. Yeah, well, I'll check with them. On this one. $220. $220 where? $2. Down 2 here. $2 where? $2 here. Now two, 2.5, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 205, 207 and a half, 210, 210, 212 and a half, 215, 217 and a half, 220, 222 and a half, 225, 227 and a half, 230, 232 and a half, 235, 235, 235, 232 and a half, 233, 233. 232 and going to be 233 and going to be 232 and hang going to be 233, 33 going to be 232 and a half here going to be 233. That's pretty dang close. Sold it to you 232 and a half your way. 92. 992 please. Something funny happened. You got $6,000 on the computer. And here $2 here, $2 here, going to be 2, 2.5. Let's get this one going on the scale, and we can crunch our numbers on this one too. $2 here, going to be 2, 2.5, 2, 2.5. $2 here, 2, 2.5, 2, 2.5. Where? 2, 2.5, 2, 2.5, 2, 2.5. $2 here, going to be 2, 2.5. See what we got here. Two and a half, going to be 205, going to be 205, going to be 27, going to be 210, going to be 212, going to be 215, here going to be 215, 217 and a half, 220, 220 here, 220 here, what do we need? 245 gets it done. Sold at 225, 102. $9.89 here. I don't know. Go ahead and send him to the scale, please. $12.95. $12.95 on this one. Here we go. Here, let's take him back here a minute, Caden. See if Shorty can climb. Have to put a ladder over in that corner and then get him out of there. Here's your buddy. What'd you say? $2 here. $2 here. $2 2 to hand. Gonna be 2 and a half. 2 2 and a half. 2 2 to hand. 2 2 and a half. Where? 2 2 and a half. Here gonna be 2 2 and a half. 205. 2 7 and a half. 2 7 and a half. Gonna be 2 10. Gonna be 2 12 and a half. 2 15. Gonna be 2 17 and a half. Here gonna be 2 20. 2 22 and a half. 2 25. 2 25. Gonna be 2 27 and a half. Sold it to you 225 102. We're getting into those yearling Red Angus heifers here. Yep, open Red Angus. They have been exposed to a Hereford bull for 2 weeks. Ain't here. 2 and a hand. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a hand. 2 and a half. 250. 225. 2 choice. 250. 252 and a hand. 252 and a hand. 252 and a half. 252 and a half. 255. 255. Gonna be 257 and a hand. 260 here. Gonna be 262 and a hand. 262 and a half. 260 here. 2 and a half. 260 here. 262 and a hand. 262 and a half. 262 and a half. 260 here. 262 and a hand. 262 and a hand. 262 and a half. And all in all done. Sold 260 your way. Takes the one looking at Marv. Turn him around and give you a number. 879. No, this one right here. 879, the big one, yeah. There you go. And 2 and a half. 250. $2. And 205. 205. 205. 210. 215. 220. 225. 230 here. 235. 240 here. 245. 255. 260. 265. 265. 265. 260 here. 235. 235. Put it on the scale. $265. $235. $260 here. Gonna be $235. $265. $265. $270. $275. $280 here. $285. $290. $295. $295. $295. $295. $3. $305. $305. Sold it to you $3 your way. $260. $258. And here, two more yearling heifers, red Angus here, 250 here, two to hands, $2.50, 250. 225, 225, 227 hands, 225, 227 and a half, 227 and a half, 227 hand, gonna be 230, 230 here, gonna be 232 to hand, gonna be 235, gonna be 237 hand, gonna be 240, gonna be 242 and a half, here gonna be 245, 247 and a half, 247 and a half, 50, 252 and a half, 255, 57 and a half, 255, gonna be 257 a hand, gonna be 255, gonna be 257 a hand, gonna be 255 here, gonna be 257 and a half, 255, gonna be 257 and a half, 255, gonna be 257 a hand, gonna be 255, gonna be 257 a hand, 255, gonna be 257 and a half, sold them 255, 600, 255, 600. 997. Dillinger Cattle out of Rockport. Here you go. A nice set of black Angus heifers here. Won't get any better than this today. Here, $4. $4 here. 385. 385. 3.5. 3.5. 3.5 here. 350. 350. 325. 325, gonna be 327 and a half, gonna be 330. You want to cut one? You going all the way, DL? Cut one, 330. Gonna be 330. You're already gotta be 330, DL. 327 and a half, gonna be 330. Gonna be 327 and a half, gonna be 330. 327 and a half, 330. 327 and a half, gonna be 330. All the way, 330. Spin them around, please, guys. 330 where? 327 and a half. 330. 330 all the way. 332 to hand. 350. Cut one. 352 to hand. 352 and a half all the way. 352 and a half all the way. Send them to 352 and a half. All the way. 355. 355. They're going to be about 400 or 500 pounds. Let's put them on the scale, please. There you go. They're 500 pounds. 352 to hand. 355. 355. 355. 57 and a half. 357 and a half. 355. 357 a hand. 355. 357 a hand. 355. 357 and a half. 355. 57 and a half. All in, all done. You bottom 355. 14 on 10. Thank you. Two more here. 350 here. 350 here. Dillinger Cattle again here. 350 here. 350. 325. 325. 327 a hand. 330 here. 332 to hang. 335. 37 and a half. 40. 340. 40. 40. 342 to hang. 345. 55. 345. 55. 347 and a half. 350. 350 here. 352 to hand. 352 and 350. Let's see what they weigh. 435, 352 and a half, 355, 355, and it'll be 357 and a half, it'll be 360 here, and it'll be 332 and a half, it'll be 335, 335, 365, 367 and a half, 370, 367 and a half, 370 right there, 372 and a half, 370 here, did you say it? 372 and a half, 375, 377 and a half, 380 here. 382 to hand, look at 385, 5, going to be 382 to hand, going to be 385, 382 and a half, 385, 382 and a half, 85, 382 and a half here, look at 385, going to be 82 and a half, 85, all in, all done. Sold them 382 and a half, 14 buy, 10 again. Thank you. Two more nice ones here. And here, $3. 3 bucks. And three. $3 here for one. $3 choice. 302 to hand. 30 all the way. 302 to hand. Gonna be 305. 305. You want a rebuttal? 305, 307 and a hand, going to be 310, 10, going to be 312 and a half, going to be 315, 317 and a hand, going to be 320, 322 and a hand, 325, 327 and a half, 330, 332 and a half, 335, going to be 337 and a half, and 335 here, 37 and a half, 335, 37 and a half, 335, a little bit, going to be 37 and a hand, going to be 35, going to be 37 and a hand, 335, 37 and a hand, 335 here, 37 and a half, all in, all done. Sold them 335, 14 buy, 10. Little one weighed separate, please. Either one, fellas. Keep him on the scale. Well, he was letting him back into the ring. He's putting him in the ring. Okay, scale's empty. Next one goes out the door. $52. And here, nice little small one here. Gonna be 3.5, 350, 350 here. 350, 55, 355, 5, $4, 405. 405, $405, here, gonna be $4.05, $4.05. 405, 410, 410, gonna be 405, gonna be 410, gonna be 405, gonna be 410. Sold 405 over here, 80 by 5. Thank you. $930, $931, $932. And here, hey, three and a half, $3, $3 here, $3, 250, 2.5 here, 2.5, 285, 255, 255, 255, where 255, 2.5. Choice. Bring him back. We'll sell choice. 252 to hand. Gonna be 255, 5, gonna be 255, 5, gonna be 255, gonna be 257.5. 260. 260 here. Gonna be 232 to hand. Gonna be 235, 5, gonna be 235, 5, 235, 237.5. 270. 270 all the way. Gonna be 272 to hand. Gonna be 270 here. Gonna be 272 to hand. Gonna be 270 here. Gonna be 272 and a half. All in, all done. Sold him 270 your way. 376. Takes them all. Takes them all. Don't buy her for a breeder. Must be a free Martin here. And here, $2 here, $2 here, $2 here, gonna be 205. Down 205, 205, gonna be 210, gonna be 215, gonna be 220, gonna be 225, gonna be 230 here, gonna be 230, 235, 240. 245, gonna be 250, gonna be 255, 260 here, gonna be 235, 270. 270 here, gonna be 275, 55, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 275, gonna be 280, 275, gonna be 280, 275 here, 80, 275, gonna be 80 here, gonna be 275, gonna be 280, gonna be 275, gonna be 280. Sold it to you 275 there, put it on 14 too. Couple steers here. $2 here. $2. $2 there. Now 205.10. Gonna be 215. Gonna be 220. Gonna be 225. Gonna be 230. Gonna be 230. 235. 235. Gonna be 235. 55. Gonna be 235. Gonna be 230 here. Gonna be 235. All in, all done. Sold them to you 230, 260, 258, 260. No, just 230. Yeah. Two bulls here. 2.5. 250. 250 here. 225. $2. $2 here. Now 205.10. 215. Gonna be 220. Gonna be 225. Gonna be 230. Gonna be 235. 240. 245. 245. 5. Gonna be 245. Gonna be 240. Gonna be 240. Gonna be 245. 240 here. Gonna be 245. 240 here. Gonna be 245. Gonna be 240 here. Gonna be 245. Gonna be 240. Gonna be 245. 250. 255. 255. Gonna be 255. 5. Gonna be 260 here. Gonna be 265. Gonna be 235. 270. 275. 280. 285, gonna be 285, 5, gonna be 285, gonna be 290 here, gonna be 290, gonna be 295, 290 here, 295, 290 here, gonna be 295, gonna be all in, all done, sold 290, 260, 258. And here, heifer calf here, 285, 265, 265, 250, 2.5, 2.5, 225, 220. $2 here, gonna be 205, 5, gonna be 205, gonna be 210, gonna be 215 here, gonna be 215, 220, 225, 230, 235, gonna be 235, gonna be 230, gonna be 235, gonna be 230, gonna be 235, 5, gonna be 230 here, 235, all in, all done. Sold 230, 80 by 5, 80 by 5, thank you. Little sharp cross here. 945. And here, $2 here, $2 and 5, $2, $2 here, gonna be 205 here, $2, 205, 205, gonna be 205, 5, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, gonna be 210, 210, gonna be 215 here, gonna be 220, 225, 225, 30, 235, 240. 240 here, gonna be 245, 5, gonna be 245, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 245, gonna be 250, 255, 255, 5, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 255, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 255, 5, gonna be 250 here, 255, 260, 265, 275, gonna be 275, 5, gonna be 260 here, gonna be 275, 5, 260 here, gonna be 265, 260, 265, all in, all done. Sold at 260 on 260. I'll get a little bowl here. 2.5 here. 255. 255. 255. 250 here. 255. 255. 255. 260. 260 here. 275. 270. 275. 275. 280. 285. $3. 305. $3 here, gonna be 305, $5 here, gonna be $3 here, gonna be 305, $3 here, 305, all in, all done. $3, 260. Little heifer here, a little shorthorn heifer. Pretty heifer. Yeah. And here, $2 here, 2 here, 205, $2 here, $205, $210, $215, $220, $225, $230, $230, $225, $30, $225, $30 here, $235, $235, $230 here, $235, $230 here, $235, $235, $240, $240 here, $235, $240, $235 here, $240, $235, $240 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 240, 235, 240, all into 45, 245, 245, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 245, gonna be 50, gonna be 245, gonna be 250. Sold it to you, 245 your way. Put it on 605, 245, 605. Thank you. And here, open heifer here, it'll be $2. $2 here, now 205, 10, 215, 10, 10, 10, gonna be 215, 220, 220 here, gonna be 215, gonna be 220, 20, here, 20, gonna be 215 here, gonna be 20, 215, 20, 215, gonna be 220, where, gonna be 15, gonna be 220, 20, gonna be 215, gonna be 220, 215, 220, 215, gonna be 220, 20, gonna be 20 here, gonna be 215, gonna be 220, gonna be 220, 15, 20. All in, all done. 220, 17 and a half, 217 and a half, 220, 220, 217 and a half, 20. All in, all done. You bought it. 217 and a half, 0, 0, 0. Thank you. And here, $2 here, 205, 210, 215. What's that? 225, and gonna be 230, and gonna be 235, and gonna be 240 here, and gonna be 245, and gonna be 240, gonna be 245, 250, 255, 260, 265, 260 here, and gonna be 265, 5, gonna be 260 here, and gonna be 235, 5, gonna be 260, 265, 260 here, and gonna be 235, gonna be 235, gonna be 235, 265, all in on 75, 270, 270, sold at 265, 14 on. 14 on 2. $936. Supposed to be 1,100-pound steer here. And here, $2 here, $2 here, down to a 2.5, 2 to hand, 2 to hand, 2 to hand, $2 here, gonna be 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, down 205, 205, gonna be 2.7.5, half hand, gonna be 210, 10, 10, gonna be 210, gonna be 212.5 here, gonna be 212.5, gonna be 215, 217.5. 215, gonna be 217 and a half, gonna be 220, 20, gonna be 220, gonna be 222 and a half. Right on the money there, 1105, 222 and a half. 220 here, gonna be 222 and a half. Where gonna be 220, gonna be 222 and a half. 220 here, gonna be 222 and a half. All in, all done. Sold 220, 260, 220, 260. Thank you. $2 here. $2. Right here now, 205. 205, gonna be two, gonna be 205, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 5 here, gonna be 2, gonna be 205 here, gonna be 2 here, gonna be 205, 205, 205, 210, 210, gonna be 215, 220, 225, 225, 230, 235, 220, gotta be 235, gonna be 230 here, gonna be 235, 230 here, gonna be 235, all in all done. Sold it 230. Your way 80 by 5. And here, two and a half, 2.5, 250 here, 250, 225, 225, 225, $2 here, gonna be 2 here, gonna be 5, and 10, 10, gonna be 15 here, gonna be 220, 225, 230. 235, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 245, gonna be 245, gonna be 250, 50, 50, gonna be 255, 255, 250 here, 55, 250 here, gonna be 255, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 255, all in all 255, gonna be 260 here, gonna be 255, you bought it, 255, 376. Nice yellow bull here. 2.5 here, 250, 225, 5, gonna be 225, 225, 225, 225, 225, $2 there, gonna be 2, and 222, and 205, gonna be 205, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 5, gonna be 205, 210, 215. 220 here, 225, 230 here, 235, 235, 235, 240, 240 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 40, gonna be 235, gonna be 240, gonna be 235 here, 240, 235, 40, 235, gonna be 40 here, gonna be all in all done. Sold it to you, 235, 619, 235, 619. Thank you. Here's a nice little black white face bull. Yeah, you're right. And here, 2.5, 2.5 here, 250, 275, gonna be 280, 275, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 275, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 275, 280, 275, 280, 275, gonna be 80 where, gonna be 275, gonna be 280, gonna be 80 here, gonna be 275, gonna be 280. See what he weighs. 280. 275, gonna be 80 here, gonna be 285, gonna be 82 and a half, gonna be 280 here, gonna be 282 and a half, gonna be 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 280 here, gonna be 282 and a half, gonna be 280 here, gonna be all in all done. Sold it 280, 14 on 11, 11, 14, 11. Red Bull here, 2.5 here, 250, 250, 225, $2. $2. Thank you. 205. 205. Gonna be 5 here. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be 205. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be 205. 205. 205. Gonna be 2. Gonna be 205. Gonna be $2 here. Gonna be 205. 210. Gonna be 215. Gonna be 220. 220. 225. 220, 225, 230, 230 here, gonna be 225, gonna be 30, gonna be 225, gonna be 30, gonna be 225, gonna be 230, gonna be all in, all done. Sold 225 your way, put it on 14-2. Yeah, another good bull here. Hey, gonna be $2. $2. 2222, gonna be 205, gonna be 205 here, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, gonna be $2, 205, $2 here, gonna be 205, gonna be 205, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 5 here, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, $2 here, 205, 210, 210, 220, 215, 220, gonna be 225, gonna be 225, gonna be 220, gonna be 225. 220, gonna be 225. All in, all on. 220 here, gonna be 220. I sold it to you. 220. 7X. Thank you. 5 weighing worm, please. You got it. You got it. 5 weighing worm, 7X. Jersey heifers. Couple Steensma heifers here. And here, $1.60 here. 160, 150, 150 here. 135, gonna be 135. 120. $1 here, gonna be $1 here, gonna be 105, gonna be 110, gonna be 115, 120, 125. 130 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 140, gonna be 145, gonna be 150, 50, 50, gonna be 155, 160, 55, gonna be 160, where gonna be 155 here, gonna be 160, 160 here, gonna be 160, gonna be 135, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 132 and a half, 132 and a half. Sold him 160 your way, 14 on, 14 by 5. Little steer here, 4 months old it says here. What do you want to give? 500, a little bit by the hand, $500 here, $500, be 500, gonna be 5. Now 6, 506, 500, gonna be 600, gonna be 600, gonna be 5 here, gonna be 600, gonna be 600, gonna be 5, 607, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 675, 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. 7 and a half here, gonna be 775, gonna be 800, gonna be 8 and a quarter here, gonna be 800, gonna be 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, 800 here, 8 and a quarter, 800 here, 8 and a quarter. Sold at $800, 602, $800, 602. Thank you. Guernsey here, steer, $1, 105, gonna be 105, gonna be $1 here, gonna be 105, where gonna be 1 here, 105, 10 here, gonna be 105, gonna be 105, gonna be 105 by the pound, 105, 110, gonna be 110, 10, gonna be 115, gonna be 120, 125, 130, 135, gonna be 140 here, gonna be 145, 150, gonna be 155, gonna be 155, gonna be 155, 160, 165. 160 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 135, 130 here, 135, all in, all done. Sold at 160 your way, 260 on one.
I don't think that would be Lynn Wiedenbaugh.
15 minutes or what? What's that? Got to order now or they're shutting down the grill, she says. Hey, we're getting to those sweet cow-calf pairs coming in here. Yellow calf was born July 30th. Nice little combination here. She's milking. She's got lots of milk there. Little bull calf here. It could be $2,500. $2,500. 25 here. Gonna be 2,600. Gonna be 25. Gonna be 2,600. 2,600. 2,600. 27. 28 here. Gonna be 29. Gonna be 3,000. Gonna be 29. Gonna be 30. Gonna be 31. 32. 31. Gonna be 32. Gonna be 31 here. Gonna be 32. Gonna be 31. Gonna be 32. 22. Gonna be 32. 33. 34. 34. Gonna be 35. 5. Gonna be 36 here. Gonna be 37. Gonna be 38. Gonna be 37. Gonna be 3,800. 37, 38, 37, 38, 39, but it'll be 39, gonna be 4,000, gonna be 39 here, gonna be 4, 39 here, but it'll be 4,000, gonna be 39, but it'll be 4,000 here, gonna be 39, it'll be 4, 39, 4, 39 here, but it'll be 4,000, gonna be 39 here, but it'll be 4, 4, 4, gonna be 39, 4, 39, 4, sold 3,900 your way, put it on buyer number 73, 73, thank you. Here's another one. Big milking cow there. Nice little Charcross heifer. Cute little calf. 3,500, 3,500, 3,500 here, 35, you say it, 35, 3,600, going to be 37, 10, going to be 37, going to be 38, 8, going to be 38 here, 37, 38, 37, going to be 38, 37, 38, 39, 99, going to be 39 here, going to be 4, 4, 4, going to be 3,900, going to be 4, 39 here, going to be 4, 39 and a quarter, 39 and a quarter, 39, 25, going to be 39 here, going to be 39, 25, going to be 3900, going to be 39, 25, going to be 39 here, 39, 25, 39, 25, 39 here, going to be 39, 25, going to be 3900 here, going to be 25, 39, 25, all in, all done. Sold it to you, 3,973, 3,973, thank you. Good day for pairs. Ooh, a little Hereford pair snuck in on us today here. Open cow. Banging heifer calf on her. Palmblad cattle, old Kurt Palmblad. Here we go. Here, it'll be 4,000 here. It'll be 4,000. 4,000, beautiful pair, big calf. 4,000 here. It'll be 4, 4, 4, 4. It'll be 4,000 here. It'll be 4, 35, 35. It'll be 3,500. Now 36 here. It'll be 35. It'll be 36 here. It'll be 35. 3,600. It'll be 35. It'll be 36. It'll be 35. It'll be 36 here. It'll be 35. It'll be 36 here. 35, 6. 35, it'll be 36 here, gonna be 35, it'll be 36 here, gonna be 3,500, gonna be 36 here, gonna be 35, and 6 here, gonna be 3,500, it'll be 36 here, gonna be 35, gonna be 36 here, gonna be 35, and 6 where, gonna be 3,500, but it'll be all in, all done. Sold 3,500, 7X, 5-way and worm, 5-way and worm, you betcha, thank you very much. It don't make any sense, does it, Terry? They don't make a damn sense.
Marvin, he's got the eye for bargains. He's buying for Tom.
8 plus, black white face cow. 3,000. It'll be 3,000. 3,000 by the head. 3,3. Give me 3. Give me 31. I'm gonna get deals on. Gonna be 3,100. 3,100. 3,000. 3,100. 3,000 here. Gonna be 3,100. Gonna be 3,000. Gonna be 3,100. Gonna be 3,000. 3,100. 3,100. 3,100. Where? 31. 31. Gonna be 3,100, gonna be 3,000, gonna be 3,100, 3,100, 3,100, gonna be 31, but they're cheap today. Here, gonna be all in, all done. Sold them to you, 3,000, 7X, 5-way and worm, please. Yeah. Right. $7 months bred. 2,500. 2,500 here. 2,000. 2,000 here. $2,000 here. 2,000 here. Gonna be 2,000. Seller by the pound. $1.35. It'll be 135. 135. 120. 120. It'll be 121. 121. Gonna be 122. 123. Gonna be 124. Gonna be 125. 6 here. 127. 128. Gonna be 129 here. Gonna be 129.99. What's that? 129, gonna be 129, gonna be 128, 129, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 131, gonna be 132, 22, gonna be 133, 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 138 here, 139, gonna be 140, at 141, 142, gonna be 143, 3, gonna be 144, gonna be 145, gonna be 46 here, gonna be 147, gonna be 148 here, 149, 150, 51, 51, gonna be 152, 22, gonna be 153, 3, gonna be 154, gonna be 155, 5, gonna be 156 here, gonna be 157, gonna be 158, 59, 99, gonna be 89, 160, 171. 132, gonna be 132, 2, 2, gonna be 131, gonna be 132, where gonna be 131 here now too, 131, Otter, 162, 131, gonna be 132, 2, 2, gonna be 131 here, gonna be 2 here, gonna be 131, gonna be 162, sold it to you, 161 there, 260, 7 months bred again here, $1.50. $1.50 here. 150. 135. 136 now. Gonna be 137. 138. 139. Gonna be 140. Gonna be 141. 42. 43. 44. 45. Gonna be 146 here. 47. 48. 49 here. Gonna be 150. Gonna be 151. 52. 51. 52. 51 here. Gonna be 152. Where? Gonna be 151. Gonna be 152. 2. 2. Gonna be 151 here. Gonna be 2 here. Gonna be 151. Gonna be 152. Sold it to you. 151. 151 your way. Yes, yes, sir. 476. 476. You bring my bucket back? Perfect. That's one of them cows. You get them all in the trailer, and she stands right at the back door. Here they come back. Here's a big, powerful cow here. 5 months bred. Here you go. This is a Laughlin cow here, red white face cow. She's going to be bred to that registered Kessler bull. He'll be in here in a minute. And here, it says due January, February here, 5 months bred here, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 by the head, 2,800, 2,800, 28 here, 28, 28, 25, if I'm going to be 25, 2,500, 2,500, easy numbers, 2,500 here, 25, 5, selling her by the head, $1.50, $1.50 here, 135, 135, 500, 135, 135, 135. 135, get to be 136 here, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136, 136, 135, gonna be 136, where gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, 136, 136, sold it to you, 135, 000. Here's her sister. Same deal here. 5 months bred to that registered Kessler bull. How about $1.35? 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136. At 136, 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 137, gonna be 137 minute, 137, 138, 139, 140. 141, 141, where? It'll be 40, it'll be 141, gonna be 40 here, gonna be 141, gonna be 140 here, gonna be 141. 142, gonna be 143, gonna be 144, gonna be 144, 145, 146, 147, 48, 149, gonna be 150 here, 151, gonna be 152. Did you say 2, 3, 154, 154, gonna be 155, 5, gonna be 156 here, gonna be 155, gonna be 156, 55, 56. Sold at 155, 14 buy, 2, 2, 14 on 22. Here's another one of them small cows here, 5 months bred. And here, $1, $1 here, $1, $102 and a half, gonna be 105, 107 and a half, gonna be 110, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, gonna be 120, gonna be 122 and a half, gonna be 125, gonna be 127 and a half, gonna be 130, 132 and a half, 135, gonna be 135, gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 130, gonna be 130, gonna be 130, gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 135, 137 and a half. 135, gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 135, gonna be 137 and a half, gonna be 135, gonna be 137 and a half. 137 and a half, 140, 140 here, gonna be 142 and a half, gonna be 145, 5, gonna be 147 and a half, 145, gonna be 147 and a half. All in all done. Sold at 145 on 260, 145, 260. Thank you. Big black Angus cow here. 2 months bred. 925. It's a Van Lowe cow here. Right here. 165, 500, 135, 5, gonna be 135. Buck 50. 150, dollar 50, only 2 months bred here, 150 here, gonna be 145, 5, gonna be 145, 135, 135. Buck 20. Buck 20 here. Thanks for coming in, Clarks, Mr. Dillinger. Thank you, everybody. Buck 21. Take care. 121. I got 120. Need 121 on her. 121. 121. 122. 22. 122. 121. Gonna be 122. 22. Gonna be 121 here. You're out, Minna. 122. 122. You sure? 121. Gonna be 122. Gonna be 121. Gonna be 122. Gonna be 121 here now too. All in. All done. Sold 121. 14 on 5. 555. Red Angus cow, 2 months bred to a Hereford bull. Buck 35 here. Gonna be 135, 500. Gonna be 135, 500. Buck 20. Now one, gonna be 121, gonna be 122, 23, gonna be 124, 25, 26 here, gonna be 127, gonna be 128, 129, gonna be 130, now 131, 32, 33, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 138, 139, gonna be 140, 141, 42, 43, 43, gonna be 144, gonna be 145, 46 here, gonna be 147, 48 here, gonna be 49, 150, 151, 51 here, gonna be 151, 52, gonna be 153, gonna be 154, 55, 55, gonna be 156 here, gonna be 157, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, gonna be 132, 22, gonna be 131, gonna be 132. Let's put her on the scale, please. $151. Oh, we don't got to wait yet. Take care, Glenn. 15, 15, 162. 133, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, 137, gonna be 138, 139, gonna be 170. Now 171, gonna be 132, gonna be 133, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, 177, 176 here, gonna be 177, 176 here, gonna be 177, gonna be 177, all in, all done. Sold at 176 on 14 by 5X, 55X, 14 by 55X, thank you. Here's another smaller one here, 2 months bred. 135, 120 here, 121, 32, gonna be 123, gonna be 123, 33, gonna be 122, gonna be 123. 122, gonna be 123, gonna be 122, gonna be 123, gonna be 124, 4, gonna be 125, gonna be 126 here, gonna be 127, 128, 129, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 131, 32, gonna be 133, 34, 35, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, 77, gonna be 138, 139, 140, 141, gonna be 142, 22, gonna be 142, gonna be 143, gonna be 144, 44, gonna be 145, 46, 47. 147 here, gonna be 146 here, gonna be 147, gonna be 146 here, gonna be 147, 46 here, gonna be 147, 147, 148, 149, 150 here, gonna be 151, gonna be 152, 22, gonna be 153, 33, gonna be 154, 44, gonna be 155, 156, 157 here, gonna be 158, 88, 159, 99, 58, 59, 58, 59, 58, 59, 58, 59, 58, 59, sold 158, year away 260. Heifer, 2-month spread, heifer. This is another one of those yearling red Angus heifers here. It's going to be bred to a Hereford bull. Nice looking heifer. And here, $2 here, $2 here, gonna be 205 and $5, $2, 205, 205, gonna be 205, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 5 here, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, gonna be $2 here, gonna be 205, 205. 205, gonna be 205, gonna be 210, 10, gonna be 215 here, gonna be 215, 220, 225, 230 here, gonna be 235, gonna be 240 here, gonna be 245, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 250, gonna be 255, 255, 250 here, gonna be 255, 250 here, gonna be 255, gonna be 250 here, gonna be 255, all in, all done, sold it to you, 250, 260, 258, 250 on 258. Little blue roan cow here. Super pretty cow, pretty cow. 1 month bred. Bred to that Simmental bull, black or red? Black Simmental bull. Okay. He's throwing black calves. You betcha. And here, could be 135, could be 135, 135 here, could be buck 20, buck 20, buck 10. $1, $1, it could be 105, it could be 110, it could be 110, it could be 115, 120, 125, 125, it could be 122 to hang, it could be 120, it could be 122 to hang, it could be 120, it could be 122 to hang. Got you and Joe. 122 to hang, it could be 120, it could be 122 to half, hang, it could be 122 to hang, it could be 125, 127 and a half, 125, it could be 127 hang, it could be 125, it could be 127 hang, it could be 127 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, 627. 28, 129, could be 129, 99, could be 128, could be 129, 130, 131, 131, could be 132, could be 133, could be 134, could be 135, could be 136 here, could be 135, could be 136, 135 here, could be 136 here, could be 135, could be 136 here, could be 135, could be 136. Sold at 135 your way. 4, buyer 4. Vet. Do you want it to go to the vet? Nope. One month bred, black white face heifer here. Buck 25, it could be 125, 130 where, it could be 125, it could be 30, it could be 125, it could be 130, it could be 135, 5, it could be 135, 130, 135, 135, 130 here, it could be 135, it could be 135, 5, it could be 130 here, it could be 135, 140, 145, 150, 155, gonna be 155, gonna be 160 here, gonna be 165, 5, gonna be 170, 167 and a half, 170 here, 170 here, 77 and a half, 70, 72 and a half, 175, gonna be 175, 5, gonna be 175, 72 and a half, gonna be 175, 72 and a half here, 175, 172 and a half, gonna be 175, 5, gonna be 175, all in, all done, all in, all done, sold at 172 and a half, 80 straight. Thank you. $1. $1 here. Now 102 and a half. It could be 102 and a half. 102 and a half. $1 here. Going to be 102 and a half. Where? Going to be 102 and a half. Going to be $1 here. Going to be 2 and a half. Going to be $1 here. Going to be 102 and a half. 102 and a half. $1 here. Going to be 2 and a half. 102 and a half. 102 and a half. Sold $1. 14 on what? 4. 14 on 4. Thank you, Terry, Mr. Terry. Thank you. Open cow here, buck 50 here, 135, 135, buck 25, buck 20, 122 to hand, gonna be 125, gonna be 125, gonna be 127, gonna be 130, 132 to hand, gonna be 131, gonna be 132, gonna be 132, gonna be 133, 134, 134, 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 138, gonna be 139, gonna be 140 here, gonna be 141, 42, 43, 44, 45, gonna be 146 here, gonna be 147, gonna be 148 here, gonna be 149, guy 9, gonna be 48, 49, 48, 49, 148, gonna be 149, 148, 149, 48 here, gonna be 149, gonna be 48, 49, all in, all done. Sold it to you, 148. 7 on 4, 7 on 4, thank you. Where's them bulls at, huh? We're waiting for them bulls here. Open cow. Buck 45, 145, 135, 135, 135, where? 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 137, gonna be 136, gonna be 137. 138, 39, 40, 41, gonna be 142, gonna be 143, 33, gonna be 144, gonna be 45, 46, gonna be 147, 48, 49, 150, 151, gonna be 152, gonna be 153, 154, 155, gonna be 155. Did you say 55? 156 here, gonna be 157, 7, gonna be 158 here, gonna be 159, 160, 131. City 2, gonna be 133, 33, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, 137, 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 36 here, gonna be 137, all in, all done. Sold 166 your way. Put it on 14 by 4. 4X. 14 on 4X. Thank you. Here's another small cow. Open. $1. 105. 105, gonna be 105, gonna be 110, gonna be 115, gonna be 120, gonna be 125, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 130, 125, gonna be 127 and a half. 126 here, gonna be 127, 7, gonna be 127, 126 here, gonna be 127, gonna be 126 here, gonna be 1. Al, I want to be 127, little one. 126 here, gonna be 127, gonna be 126 here, gonna be 127, 6 here, gonna be 127, 7, gonna be 127. 126 now, 7, 127, 126 here, gonna be 127, gonna be. Let's catch her weight a minute. 28 here, gonna be 128, gonna be 127, gonna be 128. 129, 130. 129, gonna be 30, 30, gonna be 129, gonna be 30, gonna be 30, 129, 130, 131, 131. Sold 130, 14 on 4X. 4, 14 on 4. Another little black white face cow here. 135, 5, 5, gonna be 135, gonna be 135, 5, 5, gonna be 135. Buck 20, buck 20, one here, 121, 122, but it could be 123, gonna be 124, gonna be 125, 6 here, gonna be 127, gonna be 128, 129, gonna be 130, now 131, 132, gonna be 133, gonna be 134, gonna be 135, gonna be 135, 5, 5, 5, 5, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, gonna be 141, 11, gonna be 141, 42, 42, 43, 44, gonna be 145, 5, 5, 44, gonna be 145, 5, 5, 44 here, gonna be 145. 44 here, going to be 145, all in, all done. Sold it 144, 260, 144, put it on 260. 135, but it's gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135. Deals on 36 wearing, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, 135 6, 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 wearing, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136, 135 here, gonna be 136. Selling the cow in the ring, 135. Put her on the scale. Huh? Yeah. 830 pounds. 135 going to be 136 here. Going to be 137. 7 going to be 137 here. Going to be 137. 38. 39. 140 going to be 141. 42 going to be 142. Going to be 143. Going to be 144. 145. 46 here. Going to be 147. Going to be 148. Going to be 149. Going to be 150 here. Going to be 151. 152. 22 going to be 151 here. Going to be 222. Going to be 151. Going to be 152. 150. 152. All in, all done. Sold at 151. 476. 151. 476. Thank you. Big girl here. Buck 35. 135. 5. 135. 5. Gonna be 135. Buck 20. 121, 22, 23, 24, going to be 125, 26 here, 127, going to be 128, 129, 130, 131, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 here, going to be 39, going to be 139, 140, 141, 42, 43, 144, going to be 145, 46 here, going to be 147, 48 here, going to be 149, 150, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58 here, going to be 159, going to be 160, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136 here, going to be 137, going to be 138, 88, going to be 137, 38, 39, 138, 39, 68 here, going to be 139, 99, 38, 39, all in, all done. Sold her 168 on 14 buy. 14 on 12. Open cow here. It'll be 140, 135, 120, 110. Now 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. 120 going to be 122, going to be 125, 5, 22, going to be 125, going to be 127 and a half, 130, 131, 132, going to be 132, going to be 132, 22, going to be 133, going to be 133, 134, 134, 134, going to be 135, 5, going to be 136 here, going to be 136 here, going to be 135, going to be 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 139, going to be 140, going to be 40 here, going to be 139, going to be 140, 139 here, now 40, all in, all done. Sold her 139 your way, 14.4. Another open cow here. Hey, 135, going to be 135. 136 now, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136 here, gonna be 135, gonna be 136. 135, 6. Sold her to you, 135, 14 by 4. You would think they were doing better on Wednesday. I don't know. What do you think? Seem a little low today. Yeah. But I ain't selling nothing. Yeah, I know, right? Open cow, buck 35. 136 here, gonna be 137, gonna be 138, 139 here, gonna be 140, gonna be 141, 42, 22, gonna be 143, 44, 45, 145, 146 here, gonna be 147, gonna be 148, 88, 149 here, gonna be 150, gonna be 151, 52, 22, gonna be 153, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58 here, gonna be 159, gonna be 130 here, gonna be 160, 131, 131, 132, 163, 34, gonna be 134, 44, gonna be 133, gonna be 134, gonna be 133. Let's see what she weighs. Hey, thank you. Thanks a million. $64, $65, 176 here, gonna be 177, gonna be 178 here, gonna be 179, gonna be 170 here, gonna be 171, 171, 171, 72, 173, 174, 173, gonna be 174, gonna be 173, now 4, now 4, now 4, and all in, all done, sold at 173, 7 on 4. Thank you. Another small one here. Let's take a good look. Send it to the scale. Buck 30. 130 here. 130. 125. 125. Gonna be 125. Gonna be 120. 120. 120 here. $1. Gonna be 2 and a half. Gonna be 105. 7 and a half. 10 here. 12 and a half. Gonna be 115. Gonna be 115. 17 and a half here. Gonna be 120. 120. 120 here. Gonna be 120. Gonna be 122 and a half. 120 here. Let's see what she weighs. 122 to hang, 125, gonna be 122 to hang, gonna be 125, gonna be 122 to hang, gonna be 123, gonna be 124, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, gonna be 128, gonna be 129, 130, now 131, 131, 11, gonna be 30, gonna be 131, 132, gonna be 133, gonna be 133, gonna be 133, 134, 133 here, gonna be 134, 4, all in, all done. Sold her 133 your way on the fours, 14-4. $0.85 here. 85. 50 cents here. 35. it'll be 10 cents. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. 5 cents. 1 penny. Penny here. No sale. Center out the door. All right, now we're done playing around here. Let's get some good bulls here. This is that registered Kessler bull, born in 2024. Take a look at him. He's easy. Registered Angus bull here. Here you go. Let's go ahead and get a weight on him so everybody knows. Well, if somebody wants to give me 5,000 by the head, we'll roll with it. 5,000. 1690 he weighs. Here goes 240. 240 by the pound. 240 here. 235. 235 by a pound. 235 by a pound. 235. He ain't 2,000 pounds. 235. Where? 235. 235. 220. 220 here. $2. And two, but it could be two, 2.5, two and a half, $2 here, and now it's going to be 5, going to be 2, 7 and a half, going to be 2, 10, going to be 2, 12 and a half, going to be 2, 15, 2, 17 and a half, 220, 220, 2.5, 225, 27 and a half, 230, 232 and a half, going to be 231, going to be 230 here, going to be 231, 231, going to be 232, 232, going to be 231, going to be 232, going to be 231 here, going to be 232, going to be 231, going to be 232, 231 here, 232, 231, going to be 232, going to be 231, going to be 2, going to be 231, going to be 232, 2, going to be 231, going to be 232, all in, all done. Sold it 231 000 231 000. 951 down here. Simmental bull. $2 here. $2. $2. $2 here. Oh, you did get it? Oh. Come on, big buddy. Out the door, please. He's going to need a trick test. Anything you buy, any of these big bulls that you buy going back to the country, going to need a trick test. $150, I think. 175. 2130, $2. 222. 185. 186.87. 88 here, going to be 189, going to be 190 here, going to be 190, 192, 93, 94, 95, 96 here, going to be 197, 98, 99, $2. 201, 202, going to be 3, going to be 204, going to be 205, going to be 206 here, going to be 256. Did you say 6 here? 205, going to be 206. 205 here, 6 where? Going to be 205, going to be 206 here, going to be 205. And 6 here, going to be 205, and going to be 206 here, all in, all done. Sold at 205, 14 on B2, 14 on B2. Here's that 2.5-year-old registered Charlet bull. Here we go. $2 here. $201. $2 here. Gonna be 201. 202. Out 3. Out 204. Gonna be 204. Gonna be 205. Gonna be 206 here. 225. 226. 227. Gonna be 228 here. Gonna be 220. Gonna be 228. Gonna be 229. Gonna be 230. 231. We'll weigh them before we're done. 232. 22. Gonna be 232. Gonna be 233. 233. 234. 235, going to be 236 here, going to be 237, going to be 238 here, going to be 239, 240, 241, 242, 243, going to be 244, 244, 243 now 4, going to be 243, going to be 244, 243. Do you guys need to know what he weighs or you're done? Need to know what he weighs? Okay, we'll wait till we get 243 here. Let's check him out. Scale's empty. $15.95. 244. 245, 246 here, 247, 248 here, going to be 248, 249, 250, 250 here, going to be 251, 252, 252, going to be 251, going to be 252, 253, 254, 254, going to be 253, going to be 244, going to be 243, going to be 244, all in, all done, sold it to you 253 on 73, 253, 73, 915 down here. Little Black Angus bull from the Drawleys. And here, 235, 235. Now 236 here, 235. How about 237 and a half? 235, 237 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, 235, 237 and a half. Where? 237 and a half, 237 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, 235, 237 and a half, 237 and a half, 235. All in, all done. I'm right here. All in, all done. Sold it to you 235, 620, 235, 620. Thank you. 18-month-old Red Angus bull. Good-looking Red Angus bull here, 873. The Berryman bull. And here, 250 here, 250 here, 235, 235, 5 high, 235, 5 high, $2. $2. $2 where? $2, going to be $2 here, going to be 2, 2 and a half, going to be 205, going to be 205, 207 and a half, 210, going to be 2 the scale here, going to be 210, 12 and a half, 212 and a half, 215, 217 and a half. He's 11 something. 220, 222 and a half, 222 and a half, 220 here, going to be 222 and a half, going to be 225, 225, 222 and a half, 225. Let's see what he weighs. Get outside there. Come on. All right, let's try the gate. There you go. He didn't want to get hit by the gate. 222 and a half, gonna be 225, 5, 227 and a half here, gonna be 227 and a half, gonna be 230, 232 and a half, 231, 231, gonna be 231, 1, gonna be 232, 2, gonna be 233, 233, 233, gonna be 234, 4, 4, gonna be 235, 5, 5, gonna be 234, gonna be 235, 235, 234, now 5, 234, gonna be 235, gonna be 234, gonna be 5, gonna be 234, gonna be 235, and 236 here, gonna be 237, gonna be 238, gonna be 239 here, gonna be 239, 240, 239, 40, 239 here, gonna be 40, 40, 40, gonna be 239 here, gonna be 40 here, gonna be 239, gonna be 240, 239 here, 40, sold 239 there, 499, 455, what is it? 455, you got it, thank you. Okay, here's a big Pete Dykstra bull here. He's 3 years old. Last chance. I need to wait on him. I got to do a little math up here. £1,800. Let's take another look at him. This is the last animal of the day here. Okay. $2 here. $2 here. Gonna be 201. Gonna be 22. Gonna be 23. 24. Gonna be 25. 26. Gonna be 27. Gonna be 28. 29. 210. 211. 212. Gonna be 13. Gonna be 214. Gonna be 215. 16. Gonna be 217. Gonna be 218. 219. Gonna be 220. 221. 222. 223. 224. 223. Gonna be 224. 225. 225. 225. 224. 25. 26 here. 226 here. Gonna be 220. No, I need to. He'll go up to $4,500. So you're good? 27, 227, 226 here, going to be 227, 226 and a half, 227, 227 and a half, 228, 228 and a half, 228, 228 and a half, 229, 229 and a half, 230, 230 and a half, 231, 231 and a half, going to be 232, 232 and a half, 233, 233 and a half, 234, 234 and a half, 235, 235 and a half, going to be 236, 236 and a half, 237, 245, 246, no, I'm just 245, you say? 246, 245, going to be 246 here, going to be 245, going to be 246 here, all in, all done. Sold 245 right here. Put it on. Put it on 84. Yeah. Well, put it on 84 John for now. All right, thanks everybody for coming in. That's going to do her. See you back in here next month. Have a good rest of your weekend.